Hey guys, happy 4th of July. So I'm Jamie from Suncoast Keto, and as requested, I have been asked to make a YouTube channel showing how I make things. So what I'm going to make right now are buttery slider buns. So I've already pre-measured my ingredients, but what you're gonna need are 2 eggs, a ½ teaspoon of baking soda, salt and pepper. You're gonna need a 1/3 cup of almond flour. Now this is the brand that I use. I found that it's cheaper. I bought it at Sam's Club, I believe. So this 48-ounce bag was around $9. In the grocery store, you're only gonna get a 15-ounce bag for about $9. So here it is, Blue Diamond, Sam's Club. Use this. So also what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And I like to use these small little baking dishes because I want my buns to be round and thin. So what I did was I just sprayed them a little bit with some Pam. Okay, so also what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of cream cheese and 2 ounces of butter, which is right here. I pre-measured it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your flour in your measuring cup, all right, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna crack your eggs open and you're gonna whisk them together until they're smooth. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour in your egg mixture. You are going to measure out your ½ cup of baking powder. You have your 1/4 cup of cream cheese, which I am just putting all in one bowl because I'm gonna have to end up mixing it all together anyways. And then I have my butter. And make sure your butter is softened because if you put in a hard chunk of butter, it's probably not gonna mix 100%. And what I do with my salt and pepper is I have it, I just pour some salt and pepper in a thing if I'm cooking a lot. So that way I can just come in here, pinch what I need, and put it in there and just set it down. So I'm not picking up 100 things at one time. So then what you're gonna do is you are gonna mix all your ingredients together. So let's go ahead and mix that stuff together. And a tip is to make sure that your cream cheese and your butter are already soft, or it's just gonna be really hard to mix and it's gonna be very lumpy. And then if you don't have a whisk or a blender, not a blender, but a processor to do all this, just use a fork and just, you know, whisk it together and press the mixture against your measuring cup or your bowl, your mixing bowl. Try to get those lumps out. And make sure you mix it well because there's nothing worse than biting into a clump of baking powder. All right. So that mixture looks really good. I don't know if you can see that, but it's super smooth. All right, so I'm just gonna set my baking powder aside and I'm going to grab my pre-greased little pans, and I'm gonna go ahead and divide your mixture evenly. Obviously if you would like more buns, you can double up on the ingredients, or you can just thin out your mixture. But for video purposes, I am just going to show you how to do it. So I don't have my spatula, it must be in the sink. So after you get done, let me show you. After you get done, oh, I don't think I can turn my camera around, but you're gonna have something that looks like that. Okay, see how I just have them in there? All right, so what you're gonna do next is you're gonna wanna put them in the oven. Let's see, and I'm reading right from a cookbook. However, I like to make things with the least amount of carbs as possible. So I always tweak recipes, always. All right, so with that being said, you want to bake these buns for 10 to 12 minutes on 400 degrees. So I hope before you started mixing everything that you have your oven preheated. All right, so I have my oven preheated. Hold on 1 second, okay? It's morning time in the Spadolini household. All right, so you can either just set them in there or you could put them on a baking dish. I am just going to set my things in here. Okay, come get some bacon. So I am going to set my breads in the oven and let them bake for 20 minutes. All right, they're gonna bake for 20 minutes, so I'll be back. So our buns just came out of the oven, and while those were cooking, I ended up taking all my ingredients, doing the math, figuring out how many carbs are in each. So I had all my ingredients and divided that by 3 because that is how many servings that I have, and I came up with 1.3 net carbs per bun. So let's look at these bad boys. So my buns, here you go. I cut them in half so you can see them. They're thin, yes. However, they are perfect for a burger. They are perfect for today on the 4th of July when you would like to have that burger. So there you go. And then here's what it looks like when it comes right out of the pan. So if you don't want it as a burger and you want it as like toast or something, you just want to add some butter on it, go for it. It is 1.3 carbs because I did make 3 servings. Hey guys, thanks for watching my first Suncoast Keto video. Please, if you try the recipe, let me know what you think in the comments. Also, subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up with any recipes that I may post in the future. Also, I started a new Instagram channel, so please follow me there. Thanks guys. See you next time.